I'm gonna tell y'all a situation when I was in high school, and this had to be with how guys be trying to be your friends and they're really not trying to be a friend. So in high school, just started, I met this guy. Well, I didn't meet him yet. I saw him and I was just like, oh my gosh, he's so cute, and I liked him, right? He had like green eyes, but he was like my complexion. He was good looking. And so I told my friend, and she was like, oh, I know him. You want to meet him? So I was like, okay, cool. But the time they weren't together, but I guess she liked him or he liked her, and then they ended up together. I was like kind of mad because I was like, you knew I liked him, and then somehow you pushed yourself to be his girlfriend. Whatever. To each his own. He chose her, or he didn't know me, so she was already with him. It is what it is. Next thing I know, next thing I know, she introduced us and we became friends. Right? Turns out I had math class. He had the same math class, but the thing is, he was in a higher grade than me. So but I guess he wasn't good at math and I wasn't good at math, so we ended up in the same math class, which was cool. So I would sit in the, I shouldn't be sitting in the back because I'm not good at math, so I should be sitting in the front. But he was sitting in the back and I was sitting in the back, so we became friends. As time went on, we became cool. Next thing I know, so one time I was sitting in math class and I was sitting in the back with him, and back then, Winter Fresh was like the gum that was like it. So I was eating that, and turns out he is affiliated with the red color. And so he was like, you cannot eat Winter Fresh anymore because it's blue. You gotta eat, what was the one? It was red. I hated that gum. It was like, ew. But he was like, you cannot eat that one. You have to eat this. Yo, he held me down in class and made me spit it out so, that, so that I can have the other one that he had. Pissed me off. So I was just like, what is your problem? And he was like, I don't have a problem. You just cannot have anything blue around me. I was like, oh my God, this guy's crazy. But like I said, we were all cool peoples. So after that, now we had to do like after school for math. Like I said, we was both terrible at math, but him and her was together. So we became friends, like friends. And we always chit chatting and tell each other stuff and whatever. So we started taking after school together. Then one day now, it was me, her, and him, and we was hanging out. We went to his house, and I don't remember what happened. Something with, he was supposed to give her money and he didn't end up giving her money, some shit like that. I don't even know. They started getting into an argument and whatever, and I was like to him, like, no, we were there and he had like handcuffs. So I was like joking around. I'm like, oh, I want to feel what it feels like to be in a handcuff. Can you put it on me? Let me see. And he's like, for real? And I was like, yeah, for real. But his girlfriend was there, so it's not like nothing like that. So I was like, yeah, put them on. Let me see what it feels like. So he did. And then I was like, all right, you can take them off now. He's like, you're going to be mad, but don't panic. I can't find the key. I don't remember if it had a key or he had to press some type of button on it, but he kept talking about he couldn't find it. And I started to get scared and panic. I'm like, take it off. Like, take it off of me. Like, I'm not playing anymore. Stop. Like, take it off. He was not like, he's like, I can't find it. I can't find the key with him. But eventually he was just like, I'm playing around. I'll take it off. And he did. Nothing inappropriate, nothing out of the ordinary. It was just all joking around and stuff. Like I said, his girlfriend was there. And I would never cross that line. I am not that person. I was never that person. So I would never cross that line. And after that, now back to us going to after school math class every day. And we became cool and friends and stuff. And he was just like, I don't know. I guess he was having problems or shit. And he was just like, dang, I think I chose the wrong person. So I'm like, what? So he's like, your friend, like, like I think I chose the wrong person. It should have been you. So I'm like, he's like, yo, you mad cool. You got a good vibe to you. You're like good person to talk to. Her, it was like a different story. So I was like, well, it is what it is. You met her first. It is what it is. So he would wait for we would go to after school. Now I had to go home. I used to take the bus because it's high school. So I had to take the bus, and he would walk with me to the bus stop and stand because the bus stop was right across the street from the school, and he would stand there and wait for the bus to come with me. And then I used to just look at him as a brother at this point because, like family, like no, because like I said, she was with him, so he would like hug me mad tight, and then sometimes he would hold me down and kiss me on the cheek mad hard, and then he's like, I hope you get home safe. Then he used to call my phone all the time and text me. And not text. He used to call all the time and talk to me, and we should just talk about school life in general, whatever. Like it was never anything like, oh, we should be together, not like that. Besides the part where he was just like, I chose the wrong person. But he used to call me all the time, and even I think after high school we graduated and everything, he went to, I don't know if it's the Navy, the Army, or somewhere he went, but he used to call my phone, house phone, because I never had a cell phone. He used to call my house phone all the time. And I used to be like, he used to be like, don't ever change your number. Don't ever change your number. And if you do, like, let me know. And I'm going to do the same thing because I love talking to you. Like, you know, he used to call me all the time. And we should just chit chat, just as friends. It never went nowhere. It was never like that. But I'd be thinking, like, how is he in life? Like sometimes I'd be looking for him to see. His name was Joseph, I think. But I used to be looking to see. I think that was his name. I don't even remember. But he was mad cool. But I'd be looking like, dang, I hope he's doing well in life. I hope life is good with him. If he ever come across this video, I hope everything is good with you. Because I haven't seen him in years, spoken to him in years, over 20 years. So I hope everything is good with him. Yeah, but and another time too, these are all how these guys be with people and they're trying to be your friends and they're really not your friends. There's another time too with this guy, me and this girl, we was really, really close, and him and her was together for a while, and he used to always try to talk to me like all the time. He even before like these are all years ago, high school, out of high school days, and he used to call me all the time, late night, during the day. I'm like, he used to try to talk to me all the time, like, nah, you're my friend. This is a different friend group. I'm like, you're my friend. Like, this cannot happen at all. And he's to be like, no, I'm not with her. Like, she telling you we're together? I'm like, yeah. And he's be like, no, we're not together. And I'm like, he used to ask me to cook for him. He used to, like, come pick me up and then trying to teach me how to drive and all these things. And I'm like, dude, we're all friend group. Like, I'm not trying to do none of that. Like, even she in her mind thought we was together because the way I don't know what he was telling her, but I think she believed it because she told another friend how she think me and him is together, and that was not the case. Because he used to try to talk to me all that time, and I'm like, no, I cannot talk to you because you're with my friend. So it goes back to show you that how they try to be a friend, they would do everything to be your friend, and they're not really your friend. The thing is for them to score. Don't ever believe they're trying to be your friend. They're not. I used to think I've known these people for years. It would never be that. And somehow, some way they slip that in there. You know, they want to score somehow. And they make it known at some point in life. Especially if they've been waiting for years. You know, they start to say, oh, I've always liked you. I should have been with you first. This, that, and the third. No. You chose where you wanted to be. And that's just that. Stay over there. And let me move on with my life. But that goes to say they're never your friend, would never be your friend. No matter how much they put it out there and make you think they are your friend, they're not. I have so many other stories I can tell you, but and be careful because sometimes guys will put you in situations because they're trying to make their girlfriend or another girl or an ex jealous, and they will put you in a situation to harm you. Be careful of that too. Because sometimes they are, especially if you're a good looking person and they think the other person might see you and feel like get mad about this them not being with them or you choosing somebody else, and they will use that too. So be careful of that, and that's a dangerous situation to be in. And that goes to show you they are not really your friend. A man is not your friend. They will do anything to make you feel like you have to lower your standards. They will put you in situations to harm you and then try to turn around and be like, but me and you is friends. No, you're not. No. Keep it moving. They're not your friends. No matter what they tell you, no matter how they try to pretty it up and show you that dangle something in front of you to make you think it's glistening, it's gold, it's no, it's not. It's not. Leave them alone. Cut them. Pay attention to what they say because sometimes they pretend that they're your friend and their goal is to humble you. Especially if it takes long for them to get with you, they will try in every way to humble you. So be careful of those. I remember a guy friend, he used to call me on his lunch break all the time. And then I'd be like, you're calling me on your break? And he'd be like, Yeah, I'm trying to see how far I can go. Like dead ass. I'm not even making that up. So I already knew what it was and I just cut him off. Don't be afraid to ignore them because they will ignore you. Don't be afraid to ask them for things because they're not scared to ask you. Don't be afraid to cut them off. They never leave you alone anyway. So, yeah, go enjoy your life and stay away from them. Men is always going to be there. There's always going to be fishes in the sea that you can go catch. Stay away from them. They're not your friend. You know what's crazy about men? It's that you think that you and them can be friends and you cannot be friends with them. No matter what you think or what you got going on in your life, and they come in pretending like they can be your friend, and no, they cannot. You are not their friend. They are not your friend. I remember years ago when I was in my early teens to 20s and I thought, oh, I can be friends with guys. And that's so many times when I got caught in moments where I would think I'm friends with a guy and no, their intentions is definitely to get down there. And they would pretend for years that they are your friend and they're not. I've had situations where a guy would call me big sis because he's with my friend of mine and he's still trying to shoot his shot at me. Like how? Why? I'm not even that type of person. You would never score nothing over here. If you're ever with my friend, it never will be anything past that. Even recently, I had a situation where this happened with two different person, right? The names got mixed up in my phone. I was trying to call somebody real quick to ask them something, and the names got mixed up because they have the same name but different last names. So I had to switch up the last names and to make sure it's the right person. So I was talking to Siri, like, hey Siri, call, let's say, Towel. And Siri called Towel, but I didn't know the last name of the one that I was trying to call that was saved in my phone. So Siri called whoever was on the phone. Then I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, no, it's the wrong person. So I hung up real quick. And then the person was like, oh, I thought you was trying to call me into Link. I'm like, let's not do that. Let's not make the situation weird. Then the next person that I was trying to call, then I'm not even gonna say that. I don't want to say too much because I don't know who's watching these videos. But then the next person was like, oh, what's up? Yeah, I'm gonna call you back because I really do want to talk to you and blah blah blah. Like, for what? Talk to me about what? There are guys that I'm friends with and they're married, right? So I think, oh, it's cool. They are married. It's never going to be anything more than that. They're never going to, like nothing. No, they actually still try to talk to you. They flirt in a way to see if you're down with them. And if you are willing to give it up, they are going to take it. They're not going to say no, which is crazy to me because if you're married or in a relationship, then you should not be looking at me or looking my way. I don't entertain. I know a lot of times I might joke or smile a lot and I'm just being a friendly person, but I'm really not flirting with you. I'm not even interested in you because number one, if I was interested in you or flirting, I would not have anything to say really to you in person because to me, I'm just like, I don't want to say anything to ruin the moment. I don't want to say anything like, I don't want to make the situation weird. So me being weird, I'm not flirting with you. I'm really not. I might be friendly. I might be joking around. You might be flirting and I'm just like, but no, I'm not. I'm really not. I've had one person that I actually really liked, and every time I was around that person, I was scared to even say a word because I'm like, yeah. So no, that's how you know I like you. If I'm quiet around you, I like you. If I'm talkative, I am not interested in you. And it's crazy because they really be thinking that like they will wait for years. I've had guys that wait 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, they still come around trying to be like, oh, what's up? Where you been at? Like, I've been looking for you for what? What are you looking for me for? Then it's like, can I take you out to eat? Oh, what you doing this week? You want to go out? Oh, you want to go out for drinks? Oh, I can take you to a nice restaurant. Do you want to go? Oh, are you free this? Like, no, I'm never free. I am never free. If you ever go to a freaking lawyer to talk to a lawyer, consultation is what? Money. I'm never free. And I am not interested. I don't care how much money you have in the world. I'm still not interested in you. Easily impressed. I don't care what you have in this world. It does not impress me. Me having my own money, me having anything that I want, I work hard for, that makes me happy. But you having something and flashing in front of my face does not impress me or make me happy. If it's not mine, it's not going to impress me at all. Giving it to me might impress me, but you're still not getting nothing that you want. Find the next person, because there's some people that's easily, you can persuade very easily and get what you want. This is not that person. No, sir. The crazy thing is they know you're not interested, but somehow they find a way to feel like, oh, I could get her to be interested in me. They will leave you alone for like a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 6 months, a year. They will leave you alone and then find some way to get back into your life to talk to you. They find some excuse, some way, somehow, something. Even if you block them, they find a way to say, reach back out. It's always something. I have been on dates and I'll be like, yeah, that's not gonna work for me, and I will leave them alone. And there are times when you cut them off and you're just like, no. They find their way back. I've had relationship that was like broken up 15, 20 years ago, and they still reach out. And I'm like, okay, you want to be friends? Let's be friends. Like, you know, you want to talk on the phone about random foolishness? Let's talk. We can joke around. You can talk about your relationship to me. It's fine. I don't care, because I'm not interested in you. But in their mind, it's like, I don't care what you say or what you got going on. I'm going to find a way to get you to be interested in me. No, I'm not. If I meet you right now and I'm not interested, it's just not going to go anywhere. It's just that. That's it. So don't ever think a man want to be your friend. They really don't. They just want to get your goodies. No matter how they put it in front of you to make you seem like, oh, we could be best friends. Oh, and they love to throw on that best friend word. Oh, we're gonna be besties. Oh, let's be best friends. Yeah, that's the new word for them to say. I'm gonna find my way to slide right in there slowly. I'm gonna make you think. They will even talk about their own relationship. They will talk about their own relationship, what's going wrong, what's going right. Oh, them and that person is going through it, and they try to convince you like you're a better options. Whole time they don't even care to be with you. They don't even care if you eat or drink or if you're thirsty or dying. They just want that, and they're gonna find a way to get it. So if y'all out there and you're young and thinking, or any age, oh, me and this person is friends, or we're just friends, or he just wants to be friends. No, he does not want to just be friends. Because that moment you give that man what he's looking for, that friendship is over. They don't even care anymore. Some might stick around, but a lot of times, no. I've had a guy where we both were in a relationship, moved on years, and that person reached out years later, tried to love bomb and do all that stuff, making you feel like, oh yes, let's do this, let's do that, let's go here, let's go there, let's spend time together, and you're like, I thought you was in a happy relationship. Why are you over here? Why are you trying to love bomb me? Why are you trying to push for me and you to be something that it's not? Like, I don't understand. And it would never be that, ever, 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 ever. I don't get it. You can never be friends with a man. And I used to think that too, because even in my last relationship, I was like thinking, oh, I could be friends with a man. Like, we're just friends. That's all we do is talk. In my mind, we're just friends. But in his mind, no, he's not. And I used to be like, my last relationship, I'd be like, yeah, I have friends. We have been friends for years. Like, that's all it is. And he's like, if we were to break up right now and you were to call them and tell them that you're interested, they're not going to say no. Facts. But in my younger years, I honestly thought we could have been friends. And I had a lot of friends because in my mind, we were just that, friends. You were somebody I called if I needed advice for something. You were somebody I called to talk about whatever. But that's all I ever saw it as. And that person probably did not. I don't know if they wanted more as in a relationship. I don't know if they wanted more than a friendship. If they just wanted to sleep around, link up, whatever they call it. And I was not into that, and I'm not that person. I will never be that person. So y'all gonna be waiting forever if that's the thought you got. But they are not your friends. And some of them will pretend like they are your friends and give you things and go out with you and do all this stuff. And baby, the agenda is completely different because they haven't got what they want yet. Keyword yet. Yet. Because the minute they get what they want, it's a wrap. That friendship is over. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. It's a wrap. let's be friends. But guess what being friends always brings up? In a conversation, any conversation you're having, y'all can be alone together, sitting down, even if it's in a car together, and you'll see them start to do little gestures, and they claim they're your friend. They'll try to like, like, and then they want to put their arm around you, and then they want to touch your leg, and then they want to do all these little things that make you think, oh, they just slowly making their move to see how much you're willing to put up with, how much you're willing to, like, it might be the right time. They might give you might go out to eat and drink, and it might be the right mood to them, and they just say, oh, let me push and see where, like, how far I can go to see if she's really down for whatever, or she's just talking. Be strict with whatever you say. If you're friends, you're friends, and the minute they try to cross that boundary, that line, cut them off. They are not your friends. They don't want to be your friend. I've seen it so many times. I've experienced it so many times. There's nothing fun about that. If I say let's be friends, we are only friends. Unless I otherwise say let's be something more, or I have feelings toward that, it's not going to be that. Don't ever let a man make you feel like, guilt you into anything, because he bought you something or he gave you money for something, that it's like you have to give in to him or give him what he wants. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. They did that by choice. By choice. I've been in situations where I'm like, I don't want your money. I don't want this from you. I don't want that from you. And they still give it. Okay, that's you giving it by choice, because I told you I don't want it. And don't expect nothing else, because there's never going to be anything else than that. And they always make it seem like, oh, they're trying to be your friend. And you'll be having the simplest conversation, right? And it has nothing to do with being And guess what they do? They always find some way, somehow to bring it up in a conversation. Some way, somehow, it's coming up. No matter what conversation you're having, even if they're talking about the last girl, the next girl, the one they with right now, it's always going to be a conversation about scoring. Always. They always drop a little hint in there. They always try to see how far you're willing to go. They're trying to see how experienced you are, what you have done, what you haven't done. They will drop little hints in there for your ass to be like, oh yeah, I've done that before. Oh yeah, this never happened. Oh no. That's them trying to work their way into it to get you comfortable to talk about it and make you feel like it can happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna force my way into it, and she's just not gonna know. Like, they will try to trap you into that. Do not fall for their foolishness. Do not fall for the let's be friends part. And at the minute they start bringing up scoring, and you know exactly what scoring is. The minute they bring that up, you start changing the subject. Don't ever talk to them about that. If we're friends, then that subject should never come up. We can talk about work. We can talk about real life situations. We can talk about anything that's going on in the world. We can talk about the news. We can talk about fashion. We can talk about vacation. There's so many things to talk about in the world. You don't have to talk about scoring. That's the last thing that should come out your mouth if we are not together. And even if we're getting to know each other, no. There's so many times when I meet guys and that's the first thing they want to talk about. Oh, you look so good. Oh, you're sexy. Oh, sometimes I've met guys and I'm having conversations with them, and it leads to like let's go here or let's go there, and then it leads to scoring. Always. Just recently I've had a guy text me, and it was out like I just met the guy. Then he started texting me, but he was funny at first. Like, he was being funny. Good conversation, but it's through text message. It was not like a phone call. And somehow it got to the point where he's like, oh, I find you so attractive. I find you so sexy, if you can say that word. You got it going on. I like you. And then it just led right to, so when can we have scoring? When can we score? You just ended the conversation right there. Matter of fact, I'm not even interested anymore. Another one, same thing. Just first time on the phone. First time on the phone. It went straight to that. Another time, what did I tell you? And then this is another thing too, especially if you're young. They'll tell you, oh, we're both grown. We can do things like we're both grown. Like, it's not. Yes, you are both grown, but if I'm not interested, it's not gonna happen. So keep it moving. Don't let them use that we're both grown, and because that's what they use all the time. I don't know if they're reading from the same book, all of them, but that always comes up. We're both grown. We can do this or that. A man can never be a woman's friend. No, they cannot. Thank you guys for watching. I always want to score, right? But the minute you ask them as a friend, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Some might do it because they know the expectation is to score. So they might do it. But there's some that's like, you're not worth that. I'm not going to do all that for you. Like, you better find somebody else to do that. They do not care about you. They will do anything to get that from you. And no, ask them to buy you something. The answer is they don't have no money right now. Maybe on Friday, maybe another day. They have nothing to offer you. So you have nothing to offer them. Don't ever give them anything. One thing I love to ask a man is, are you, when they text me, I'd be like, are you texting me by accident? Because I need to know. And that text message will be showing that I asked you, are you texting me by accident? And you said no. 9 times out of 10, they always say no because they are intentional and they know exactly who they're texting. So I always ask, are you texting me by accident? Because that's how the conversation is going to start. They love to say, let's be besties and let's be friends. But if they want to be your friend, let them spend some money. Your friendship is not for free. Remember that part too. Your friendship is not for free because they ain't never scared to ask you to score. They're not embarrassed. They're not scared. They don't care. You could say no 100 times. They're going to keep asking. So they asking for something. You ask for something too. Even if you're not giving it up, ask for something too. They are not your friends. They have no intentions of being your friend. So no, ask for things. Let's be besties. Let me ask you for some stuff too. The same way you asking me for things, I can ask you too. Don't be scared. And even if they talk about you a gold digger, so what? Because that's what they used to tell you so that you could feel bad about yourself, so that you could feel bad for asking them for things. Be a gold digger. Be a gold digger and get what you want out of them the same way they're trying to get something out of you. Leave some comments if you guys can relate to what I'm talking about. If you have, I do read all my comments, so if you leave a comment, I would definitely read it and reply. Make my day. Subscribe, like, share, comment, give a girl a thumbs up. Thank you guys. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, so please subscribe. Let's be friends. Check out some of my other videos. Please give your girl a thumbs up if you like this video, or if you can relate to this video. If you have ever been friends with a guy and he somehow tried to find his way to be more than friends, did he catch feelings? Did you catch feelings? If you were not interested in little things that he did to make you think he was interested when he wasn't, because these days these men be ghosting you. They will pretend like they want to be your friends and then they ghost you. So don't even entertain that either. Ignore them. The more you ignore them, the more they want you and the more they hate you because you're ignoring them. That's even better. It's better for them to not like you than to like you. I promise you that. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something from it. Men cannot be your friends. You cannot be their friends. No matter what they tell you or make you feel, y'all will never be friends. Thank you guys. Check out some of my other videos and come back for more. I got so much to show you.